Hey there! Welcome back to An Introvert's Paradise. I'm Kendrick Kaiju, and today we're having a look at the future of inZoi. First things first, K-Jun has launched something called Brainstorm with K-Jun on Discord. It's basically another avenue to be able to communicate with him what we want in the game. In his post on Discord, he explains why he's going down this road. It's because he wants to know what features we want and want first. Because he feels like most of the features that we want, his team can deliver on them. But the problem is, they don't know which ones to deliver first. So he wants to know what to prioritize, what do we got to work on first, and what can wait a little bit. So what's going to happen on Brainstorm with K-Jun is he's going to pose a question. And us as a community is going to respond, but also interact with other people's posts. The ones we agree with, give it a like, give it a smiley face, or whatever happens on Discord there. And the ones that we don't agree with, maybe we just leave alone, if not, give them a thumbs down or something. And that makes a lot of sense. Because even though the people on Discord don't necessarily represent the entire player base, I feel like there's probably a big enough sample size where you get a pretty good idea of which direction you should be going in. And it's transparent, it's there for everybody to read. It's democratic, we can vote on it, we can agree with it or not agree with it. And it's really efficient. It's right there. The one with like 100 thumbs up, probably a good idea. A lot of people in your Discord and probably in your community want this. Whereas the ones that are getting all downvoted, probably leave that one out. Because there is a system like this, a feedback system for GTA. I remember when I used to play. I remember using that feature a lot, because I used to be so addicted to that game, I sent them a lot of ideas. But the problem with a system like that is, who knows how many people are reading those emails? Is it just the one person, or is there like 75 different people? So how often do the people who read the emails sit down with each other and talk about the feedback? Considering some of the features that the community want in large take years to actually get implemented, I feel like the answer is not often enough. Whereas this, K-Jun can ask a question on Monday, and by Friday at the latest, he'll have his answer. In that time frame, there would have been plenty of responses to the question, and enough interaction with a post that people like and also dislike for him to make a decision within a week, if not sooner than that. So it's a really great idea what he's doing here. And he got right to work. The first question, the first brainstorm topic he asked was, inZoi needs fill in the blank. What is the one feature you think we should focus on developing first? And I'm looking at Discord right now, and the first answer is, inZoi needs multiplayer, which I respectfully disagree with. This person received a lot of flower emojis. I'm not sure what that means. It's probably a good thing. But there's 70 thumbs downs, 37 yield signs, and 63 no smoking signs. So it seems like a pretty mixed bag. Again, I respectfully disagree that we need multiplayer. I'm not against it. As long as it's an optional thing that I don't have to opt into, it's a-okay with me if they put it in. Now, if they were to ever go MMO, and I couldn't play single player offline, then we have a real problem. Then I'm going to say something. But I'm pretty certain that'll never be the case. It'll never, if or when they implement multiplayer, it will definitely be optional. And that's cool. It doesn't affect me. As long as I can opt in or opt out, I will never take issue with what people want in this game or any game, as long as I don't have to partake if I don't want to. We should all get to play the way we want to play. That's the mark of a great video game. That's the best case scenario. Because I really hate it when people take such strong and vocal opposition against features and modes that don't affect them, or at least don't have to affect them. Like, for example, Star Citizen. There are a lot of people in that community that get real nasty when you suggest PvE servers. That's not the way they want to play, it doesn't serve their interest, so nobody else should have fun. Nobody else should get their way, just them. That's a really selfish way to operate, and I have no respect for those types of people. So when it comes to inZoi, when it comes to multiplayer, even though I feel like there's a large segment of the player base who are like me, who play the life sim to live a second life, to escape from our regular one. You know, the one we have to deal with selfish people, right? I am definitely not against that mode being available to all those who would love to play with others. Let us all play the way we want to play. Having choice in life is always great. And for me, what's the one thing I feel like inZoi needs? Eyes, nose, and mouth. Let us choose different ones. I spent 2 months trying to make myself because we don't have that feature yet. It's probably not a priority in most people's books, but it is in mine. What else is in ours and inZoi's future? Well, it looks like there's a change in the modding roadmap. The next modding update, initially scheduled for September, has been postponed to October. It will be released alongside the inZoi gameplay update planned for the same period. But here's the thing, looking at the modding roadmap, it says the next one, the next update, is in October. And it is to feature Create a Zoi, face and hair. Is that the eyes, nose, and mouth feature I'm asking for? Maybe? Although this is the modding roadmap and not the regular roadmap, so maybe not. Build mode, door, fence, pillar, window. Interactions, motion, conversation scripts, voice, interaction reward. That would be cool, but as far as I'm concerned, nothing got pushed back. Maybe I'm missing something, but it seems like it was always meant for October. And this post on Steam goes on to say, in addition, we've decided to exclude a UI editor feature originally planned for this update following internal review. That's fine. I'm okay with the user interface as is. I feel like there's other pressing matters to get to, like the family tree, I don't know, eyes, nose, and mouth, more stuff, more activities to do, changes to maybe some of the jobs, so they seem less tedious and more fun. I feel like there's plenty of things that should take precedence over a completely serviceable user interface. I have no qualms with it at all, actually. And lastly, I really dropped the ball last week. There was a pretty big piece of news and I just never got around to making a video. It was just so hot I had no energy to do it. But a really big feature is coming in August. There's going to be the third city, now named Kahaya. It's going to be a resort town that, from what I understand, is based on Indonesia. But the big thing for me is, in that town, there are no jobs, there is no school, it's just fishing, farming. Oh my god, that is my absolute favorite gaming feature, not just in life sims, but any game. Any game that has a farming mechanic to it, I'm going to look into it. But it's my go-to in life sims, certainly. Well, Sims 4, right? Because I would say 90% of my playthroughs involved farming in some way, shape, or form. In some playthroughs, I would have a small little farm. It would be the side thing and not the main thing. You know, in some playthroughs, I would be an entertainer, so I'd have to go to work all day. And I would work on the small farm when I got back or before I went to work. But in others, it was a huge, like the entire plot of land was basically a small house and basically everything else was a farm. It's such a relaxing activity. I mean, in the game. In real life, I'm sure it's back-breaking work. But in the game, it's such a nice ASMR activity for me to do at the end of a long day. So this is huge for me. And the fact that there's a town where you can't even get a job if you wanted to. You have to live off the land and the sea. Perfect. Now, will they need to work on the fishing mechanic that they have right now? I think so. I think there should be a bit of a mini game. Not a hectic one, because I remember in, I think it's Final Fantasy 15, there's a fishing mechanic, but boy, oh boy, was that a hectic, too much for me type of activity. No, just something where it's not just click fish and then like nothing, like I have no involvement. I think it should require a little skill, at least for maybe the higher fish. Like they'll bite the line and then you'll get a notification and you gotta jump in and play a little mini game to catch them. And that update is coming at the end of August. It's going to be shown off at Gamescom, and a quick Google search shows that Gamescom starts on August the 20th, which is a Wednesday. So, if it's going to be like this most recent update, the June update, we got that on a Thursday. So either we're getting this farming update, this life-changing update on the 21st, or realistically the following Thursday, which I guess would be the 28th. If they follow patterns. They could very well not follow patterns. But either way, big things are coming. The new mod page is starting to fill up with really cool stuff. Sky's the limit for inZoi. I can't wait for all of it. But unfortunately, we have to. And for now, let's call it a day. Thank you for tuning in. You've been watching An Introvert's Paradise, talking about the future of inZoi. I'm Kendrick Kaiju. Thank you for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon, but until then, take care of yourself, and remember, just make it through another day.